You did crazy, oh, you ain't on the payroll. Can't be hanging with the same bros. We don't even go to the same show. So please be quiet, I'm being polite. You did crazy, oh, you ain't on the payroll. Can't be hanging with the same bros. We don't even go to the same show. So please be quiet, I'm being polite.
Hey yo, T-Beats, you killed this one, no cap.
Ice cubes up in my car. If it's spice, one pour it out.
Hello guys and girls and welcome back. It's your boy Big John, that's at the bottom of the screen if you'd like to listen to my music. So is all the relevant information I'll be speaking about in this video. And today what I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching you about the basics of how to use TradingView and the chart settings. Now I'm going to be doing a few videos based on TradingView and the basics of how to use TradingView, but I thought why not break it up into many different episodes. Within these episodes I'm going to break down certain segments of TradingView and the basics of how to use it. So I hope you're going to like this one, guys and girls. Don't forget as well, if you'd like to get coins, this will help towards your subscription of your TradingView, and for you to get some money off your monthly payments, please just hit the link in the description below, which is a referral link, and it helped me out and it will help you guys out. And if you haven't already liked, comment, shared and subscribed on any of my other videos, or at least like this video and commented on some of my other videos, just press those buttons. Come on, you know you want to. Let's get straight into the video. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on my chart at the moment. This is GBP JPY. It's just on a 1 hour time frame, and I'm on the broker capital.com. I will go over all the different brokers in another video, so you don't have to worry too much about that. But what we're going to be doing at the moment is we're going to do something very basic, very simple. We're just going to go over the chart settings. So for me to be able to do that, first and foremost, what I'm going to do is I'm just going to right click on the screen. Then I'm just going to go towards settings. I'm just going to click on that. So you can see we start up here from the top, which says symbol. To make it really basic for everybody, instead of me having to go through each and every individual setting there is here, because a lot of them you're not going to use as a beginner trader, and I feel like it will overwhelm you. So you don't need those things straight away. I'm just going to show you everything I actually have ticked on my chart and what helps me when it comes to sorting out anything on TradingView and doing chart analysis. So we're going to start with symbol first. So you see now I've actually zoomed in, and when we're talking about what the body, borders and wick stands for, it's actually referring to the candlesticks on your chart. The left hand side is going to be for any of your bullish settings, and the right hand side pretty much will be for your bearish settings. That's how it's set up. We can see here I've got green, but if I was just to change this to, let's say, yellow for now, all of my candlesticks that were green before, inside the body is now yellow. So I'm going to change that back to green because we'll have that as some of the basic colors for Forex. And then if I was to change red to, let's just say gray, you'll see that all the candles here are now gray going down for bearish. So I'll put that back to red as well. So what body actually does is it changes the inside colors of your candles. So you might want them different colors. You know, there is a saying out there that, you know, if you have them different colors from green and red, it actually helps you to make more calm decisions in terms of trading, because red is a sign of danger. So when people see red candles, sometimes they panic. And now when we go to borders, you can see right here that if I was to change the borders to, let's just say, if I change it to the same color that it was before, you can see the whole candle now, the green candle, is just a complete green candle. And if I was to do the same with the other side, which is the bearish side, you can see again all of it. So the whole candle with the body and the border surrounding it is green, and so is the inside of the candle. Everything is green right now, but personally I like my candlesticks to pop on the chart so they're sticking out. So I usually have them, depending on your background color of course, I'll have them on black, and I'll have the other one on black as well. And now when we go down to wick, it's the same thing. You can have your wicks as a green color if you want, or you can have the other side as a red color if you'd like as well. But personally, again, because I like my candlesticks to pop so I can see them clearly on my background, I have them both set to black. Because I use my wicks to draw my support and resistance, so I need to be able to see them when I'm on my chart, or if I zoom out, I need to be able to see my wicks. Last price action. So last price action is where the market actually is at the moment, moving with the candlestick. Of course, I'm recording this on the weekend, so the market is closed. So therefore, the market is closed. The last price action is where the market actually stopped moving on Friday at 10 p.m. London time. That's when the market closes for me. Of course, it'll be different for people across the world. This is what the last price line is here. So you can make this line a different color depending on your background. You can make it green, you can make it blue, you can make it all different types of color. You can make it red if you want to, but I just keep mine as black. You can change the opacity and you can change the thickness of the line as well. So that's everything covered for what I have in the symbols section, we'll go over to status line now. So in status line, you can see right here, you have the symbol and the different descriptions you can have for the symbol, which is over here. So you can change it to like this, you can change it to that if you want to. But personally, I just leave mine on this description over here, and I just keep it very simple. You can show the open and close of the market status. So that is this little dot over here. If you click on there, you can see it tells you time for a walk. The market is closed. So the market's not going to be open until 10 p.m. my time. That is London time. So 10 p.m. London time, that's when the market will open for me today, which is Sunday. And that will open into Asian session. And then you have here indicator titles. Now this is a good one because there's a lot of people that start on TradingView, beginner people, and they come into TradingView and they'll obviously put indicators on their chart and stuff like that. But what people tend to have is they tend to have these two ticked. Now I take these off. As you can see here, look what it's coming up with already here. And then if we was to go to the TDI, you can see how the TDI is looking over here now. So this for me is just a bit of an eyesore. I don't need it there because it just starts changing so many different colors. So the best thing for you to do if you're a beginner trader, if you do have this on your TradingView, tick these two off, and then now you'll only have the title of the indicator on your chart, and you won't have all the other jargon, as we like to say in the UK, followed alongside it. You will not have all of that there, so that'll be a lot more clear. So that is everything for status line. We'll go into scales now. So here, I don't use too much here, but we'll have no overlapping labels. So what no overlapping labels means that there'll be labels here. So you can see how this black one has just come up here. So when you're using indicators, sometimes you'll get indicators that have labels. So where it says 155.893, you might have another indicator that wants to go towards that price level, and you'll have two of these tabs overlapping each other. But if you put no overlapping on, now it will push the other indicators tab just a bit more further up. So you have one like here and another one here, but it could be the same price action. So it's up to you. You'd have to kind of play with that, with the no overlapping labels. You'd have to just play and see what you would like to do with that setting. But it's not something that concerns me too much because I always just do this with the crosshair and I'll be able to figure out wherever price is or whatever I need to look at. So it's not too bad for me. Countdown to bar close. Basically, that is whatever time frame you are on. So here we are on the 1 hour time frame. What actually happens here is that when this 1 hour candle is moving up and down, there will be a time frame on it, and that is from when the candle opened. So from when that 1 hour candle opens to when it closes, it will be 60 minutes, and then it will go down to 59 minutes, and so on and so on. It will just keep going down until the candle actually closes. Where you will see that timer will just be right over here on the right hand side as well. As soon as the market's open, that is what you will see. I can't show you now, unfortunately, because the market is closed, but it's very obvious to see if you do have it. And when you play with the setting, when the market's open, you'll be able to see it. If you go to the 4 hour chart, it will be a 4 hour timer. If you go to the 1 minute chart, it'll be a 1 minute timer. 5 minute, it'll be a 5 minute timer. Daily, it'll be a daily, and so on. That is what will be there in terms of the countdown to bar close. As for the currency, that is just this label up here. You can actually click here and change to different currencies and search them if you want to. You can search all of the USDs, all the JPYs, etc. But right now I've got the JPY because of course I'm on British pound, Japanese yen. So that is just that label up there. Just nothing too much for me. So on appearance, what this does now, and you'll see on my previous YouTube videos, is you can change solid to gradient if you'd want to, and you can have a two-tone color on your chart. So what I had before on my chart is I had white, and then where I had white, I then had another blue color as well on the bottom. So my chart used to look like this. So you can see up here, I have like a white sky and a blue. This was for me to help me when I'm looking at the charts at night. So it's not so much of a strain on my eyes. It's kind of a bit of a cool color. Just what I refer to as the candlesticks as well. The more times you can make trading like more calm for yourself, it's just a bit easier for you to be able to assess the charts and do stuff like that properly. So what you're going to want to do is you can put it on like 2 different colors. You can change it to yellow or whatever, but you have to make sure that obviously the colors are not just too much on your eyes. You can do all of that. So you can have a 2-tone color. If you change this one, it will change that color. It's completely up to you. But right now I've gone back to a solid color. So if you go to solid, the whole chart would just change one color, one solid color now. So I've gone back to the basic white. And now we can go over to vertical grid. So when you go over to vertical grid, you can see right now, if I was to put the opacity up on this and change this to a black color, you can see right now that what this is, it's this is the daily separators. So on MT4, you would have something called period separators. That's what they're called. That is what these are on TradingView. They're just a period separator. So it's going to show you price action between one day to another day. That is all it does. But some people don't like to have it on their charts because they like to draw support and resistance and stuff like that. And also people have indicators that can help you with this. This is an indicator right now that I'm using. I'll put the link for this indicator in the description below, but it shows me my weekly break, my daily breaks in between, just kind of how it would do it on MT4. So you can use an indicator for that as well. Now the horizontal lines, most people turn this off. So it might be like this for your opacity at first with your horizontal lines. As you can see, you've got horizontal lines across the whole chart. But what you can do with this is you can just put this down to opacity 0, and therefore it takes away everything from your chart. So you've got a nice clean chart for you to be able to do any type of support, resistance, or analysis on your chart. Now, when we go over to trading, this is if you set up your brokerage with TradingView. I don't do that myself, but you can use brokers like Owanda, I believe, and stuff like that, for you to be able to set up a broker and take trades on TradingView to go straight to your brokerage account. I don't do that myself. I use different brokers. So I just use TradingView for technical analysis, and that's how it helps me. It helps me to just understand where the charts could be going towards or what the chart could be doing on a day-to-day basis. This is what I do. These things here, like I said, they're not relevant unless literally you have a brokerage with TradingView. Some people will. And then we've got events as well. So events here, I don't have anything else ticked on here apart from show economic events on the chart. Economic events are the news events you can see at the bottom of the chart here. So if I was just to click on anything, it just tells you what news events happening. It actually comes up with colors here as well. So this was medium. If it comes up with red, that's telling you that this is high impact news. So this is medium news, and so on. So the lighter the color, the more weaker the news will be in terms of impacting the chart. If you would like to as well, and this is something I just found out whilst I was doing this video because I didn't even have it on, you can actually show future events only, so you can get rid of all of the past events. Usually mine is just on like this anyway, so you can get rid of all the past events. You don't have to see them. If you do, this actually helps because then you can see whenever there was a massive move in the market, what might have caused that move. So this is good for back testing when you actually leave the future events off. And then if you do put it on, of course, this is when you're coming towards your chart going into the week ahead. But then you can also do this as well. You can put on event breaks, which is amazing. This is actually very good because whilst you're trading and you've got your chart analysis and everything set up, you're in a position now where you can see when the market might make a major move. So if there is high impact news, like here saying the GBP is going to have high impact news on the 3rd of November, then you're in a position now where you can be able to see such a thing happening. And you can know at this period of time, the market might make a big move down or a big move up like this at this specific time, and you're aware of it. So I would say this is something good to have on your chart, you know, if you're not trading too many pairs or have too much support and resistance. And at the same time, you can always just right click here and you can just hide the events on the chart, and then you can go back to the right click settings tab, and then you can switch them back on if you just want to quickly check it. And finally, we're going to go over to the templates tab here. So once you set yourself up with a templates tab here, you can see that right here, I've got my own saved tabs right now. What you can do is once you've set up your whole chart in a certain way, you can just go to save as. And once you go to save as, it will save this whole theme. So you can put it as, you know, white background, what I put white background YouTube. You can just set it as whatever you would like to set it as, and then just go over to the save button here. So whenever you want this specific chart for this type of layout, you can just go and reload this setup by clicking any of these, and it will just change your setup straight away to whatever you want it to be. And it will just make it very simple for you to go in between types of setups you might have in terms of technical analysis. So on that note, guys and girls, I've pretty much given you a full breakdown of how I use my chart settings, and I hope it will help any of the traders out there. This is something I'm looking to do for other things as well in Forex, and I'm hoping that I can give people a lot of basic information. You know, my whole goal going into 2022 is to make sure people are learning a lot of the basics in Forex and not just jumping straight away ahead, because not everybody's going to have a year's, 2, 3, 4 years worth of experience behind them. Some people are just overwhelmed because they've just come into the market, they find it as something interesting they would like to learn, and they're just not aware of basics. So that's what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be trying to help as many people out from the bottom. That's what I'm here for. And then taking themselves all the way up to the top, hopefully. So on that note, guys and girls, don't forget to like, comment, share, subscribe. I'm going to have to love and leave you. Peace.